Hi guys, I'm Hale and I'm here with my long distance friends. Hi guys.
Hi.
I just have to say if there's a lag or if I drop, guys, I'm on a different side of the planet. But today we're going to be talking about the lies from the patriarchy, lies that we were taught growing up that have prevented us from living our best lives and really expressing our full selves. And we're going to start out with Birir giving us the definition of the patriarchy. Birir.
All right, so I'm going to quickly read out the definition of the patriarchy and the definition that we are going by in this video. So there's 3 definitions to it, but what we're discussing is this one that says a system of society or government in which men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. So yeah, basically the system that endorses sexism. If that narrows it
in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So the first point we have today is wife material.
Jump right into it.
Like we never like start strong.
I have so many points on this one.
Tell us.
Kwanza, let's start with how even just like we can just look at from WhatsApp groups, from weddings, the number of things you are told to do as a wife as compared to the number of things men are told to do. It's like if you see the list for women, it's like, oh, you should be able to cook, you should be able to clean. And these days it's even funny because they want to endorse chauvinism, but at the same time they also want you to embody this superwoman kind of person. So they want you to work but still be able to clean at home and still be able to take care of the household and still be a freak in bed and still like be like 10,000 things, and then they're like, mine is to provide, protect. That thing they usually say, be the 3 P's, and it's like, are you kidding me right now? It's like women do not have, like when it comes to marriage, it almost feels like women are getting the short end of the stick. Like I don't even know what we get. Like what are we getting? It's like to nurture this person. You're supposed to, I don't know, like what are we getting from it?
What am I getting in return from this?
You're the same person who's going to get pregnant, pop babies. Your body is the one that's going to change. And then
your career is the one that's going to stall.
Yeah. And then the same person is going to go telling women out there, it's like, oh, me and my wife are not in good terms.
The audacity.
And in the same breath,
you have done everything that the patriarchy asked you to do. You have delivered. And
then they'll still be like, so what are you bringing to the table? Can you even spell the table? That table, can you spell it?
Hey.
I think on that point on the wife material, the thing I think that annoys me the most and continues to annoy me is it gets ingrained, like we said from the beginning. It's like from your young age, right? Like you're 6 years old and like the impetus for you to be in the kitchen isn't because, oh, you're going to be an adult and you have to take care of yourself. It's like, oh, Charlie, do you know the way to a man's heart is through his stomach? I'm like, I'm 6. I'm like 6 years old. Like, why is that something you're telling me now, you know? And then I don't know if you guys felt that, but you gradually start to resent some of those things, some of those life skills that you should even have, like, you know, being organized or like cleaning up of yourself or like cooking, just because you think it's tied to this idea of you just being a wife, right? Like nothing is important about you or your ambitions or your smarts or anything. It's just, are you gonna be a good wife? And it's ridiculous.
I agree. You're telling a child about getting married. Like at 7 years old, 8 years old, you sweep wrong, you're being told, or you sit wrong, you're like, who's going to marry you? And I'm like, why should I worry about who's going to marry you when I'm 7 years old?
When I'm 7 years old, guys, we had a house help who threw a hot potato in between my legs because I was sitting apart. I know.
That's so funny.
Wait, what? She told me that I won't get a husband if I continue sitting like that and showing my legs, like if I sit apart. Imagine.
The audacity for me. Serious.
Yeah, I reported her to my mom. Imagine a hot potato.
Okay, that is not bullshit. Apana. But yeah, like
Yeah.
I completely agree with the thing you're saying, Hale. Like honestly, me right now, this whole idea of marriage, it just irks me so much. I honestly hate it, and it's because it growing up when you hear this repeatedly, like do this, or it feels like a task. Actually.
Yeah.
Like it feels like this thing that like now, yeah, and it's also like such a like permanent-ish thing, although that's changing. But like still, like so my entire existence is supposed to be revolving around this one thing that is supposed to. It's not even about me; it's about the other person because everything is like. Kwanza even akigai mimi hakuna kitu nilikuwa nachukia kama kuambiwa utarudishwa na bwana yako. I'm like, what is this marriage where he's going to return me to my mother's. I was like, what kind of relationship is that? Where if you're doing something wrong, I will take you. Like, what the fuck?
Go back to your mother.
What the fuck? I was just like, this is some nonsense.
Yeah, and you see now the same narrative. You grow up knowing all this. Then when you get into relationships, you find that it takes women, especially a lot of women, much longer to discover the kind of person they would be into, because first of all, they just pick the person who hits on them, for example.
Yes.
And then in the process of this person hitting on you, you don't even ask yourself if you like them. You're busy doing the work that you've been told when you just get into
you're supposed to do.
You're setting up there. You're like setting up shop. Where are the lights? Where is this? What am I like? You're setting up a whole studio to perform, to act. You know, like we become masters of acting. So that you can give this person so much and impress this man. Yourself. Am I getting my needs met? Am I like, is this wholesome for me too? Am I enjoying this? Nothing. The whole time is because you're busy trying to be a good girlfriend, because you know what? One day you'll be rewarded by the ring and you're going to be someone's wife. So no. Right?
Yeah, it's such an achievement.
Yeah,
it's an accomplishment. By the way, we are taught growing up that it's an accomplishment for you to be married. Because even right now, even when women are so successful, a lot of the time the question will be, even if she's a CEO, a president, even Hillary Clinton, like, you know, it's the question will be, but is she a wife and is she a mother? Is she a mother? At the end of the day, exactly. At the end of the day, your identity has to be rooted in you being a wife and a mom. Otherwise, you have no value in society.
Your biggest achievement will always be that you got married. Like, even if you do what, like, even.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's not fair, because for men that's not the same thing, because at the end of the day, well, a man could be so successful and then they'd be like, oh, he has high standards, he'll be like 55 and he's not married and poor. Like, no.
But if you're a woman, it's like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it has to be wrong with you.
Yeah,
like with men in their 40s who are single, it's like, oh, he must be fun, you know, he doesn't want to be tied down, but for a woman, like,
saving.
You automatically feel bad for them, like, oh yeah, what happened, like, why isn't she married? Even if they have the entire career and they're literally killing it in every aspect of their life, you still feel like they're lacking this one thing.
That's so true. And even in Chimamanda's TED Talk, We Should All Be Feminists, she says something, she touches on that, and she says something about how we teach girls to aspire to marriage and we don't teach boys the same. And then you wonder why that women are constantly apparently forcing or pushing the agenda of marriage in relationships, but men are not ready for the same, because it's a mismatch. You're teaching people to aspire, one group of people to aspire to something that the other group, so this is of course in a heterosexual context, but it's like we're teaching one group to aspire to something and then the other group is not being taught to aspire to the same thing, yet this thing requires both of them to be together to do the work. It's like, and that's why women stay in like broken marriages, because they believe they should do the work, they should do the emotional labor to fix this marriage.
That's where it comes from, because in that relationship, for the woman, it becomes, you know, you have to make it work. You have to, you know, like the
you have to build your man.
Build your, oh my God, build your man.
Can we just segue into? Can we segue into struggle love, because that's also
struggle love. is when, like, especially like when you see these celebrities, they post this woman who they put through the worst of the worst, and then eventually they're like, she's my ride or die. She's like, you are measuring the amazingness of a person by their ability to suffer. Oh my God.
Through thick and thin, and you are the thick and the thin.
You are the thin.
You are the
Oh my God.
Actually, we can overcome everything. It should not be you we're trying to overcome. Let it be external factors.
Yeah, partner.
No bullshit.
We've suffered, so we are love. We are in love. It's like, oh my God, no.
Yeah, my woman.
That shit.
I cheated on her 6 times.
Through my cheating, through my before.
But she's stuck by me.
My drinking.
That's
My drinking.
Nonsense.
And then now they post, and then they cheat on you. They do all these terrible things to you, and then now eventually after like 20 years, they post one picture of you on Twitter. One picture of you on Twitter. After 20 years of tears, blood, suffering, and then they're like, oh, my ride or die.
Nonsense. Completely. Like when a man is telling you, I'm not ready to get married, I'm not ready to have, and then literally it's always bullshit, because that is going to end 2 months later. Una invite you a wedding ya watu wengine, and now they're all whatever. It's just you, honestly.
The with you is silent.
Yeah, that with you is always silent at the end of it.
Yeah, but I know what you guys are saying. Yes.
And literally, my friend was telling me she was dating this person for a long time. This is someone I went to high school with, and then they broke up, and literally 2 months later, he had the audacity to invite her to the wedding, to ask her to contribute for the whatever. I'm like, it's audacity. Like, una adua kwa group ya plan wedding. Usaidie plan audacity.
I think the patriarchy also instills audacity. Like, you're taught to be audacious, if that's a word. Because
it's part of
kupewa perspective. Labda alikuwa anainvitiwa kupewa perspective in another perspective of the man. Apeane speech.
And then you ask her to help you plan your wedding with this new woman. Imagine, literally.
Because you're the one who knows him the best.
Longest.
Yeah.
We let them slide a few times, and now they're ice skating everywhere.
Yeah.
Beautiful slide. Watch me go.
Honestly, they get away with a lot.
That's so true.
Another lie from the patriarchy is definitely the pick me thing. So it's like the patriarchy lies to women who are supportive of the patriarchy that they will gain something if they follow the rules of the patriarchy. So for example, like women who are always like, oh, me, I'm not like those feminist women. I'm not like them. Me, actually, I'm
not angry.
I'm not angry.
Yeah. I would never be like those women. So they're like trying to get picked. And so there's a phenomenon around it called pick me, because they're just basically shouting, pick me, I wouldn't do that. Pick me, I'll wash your clothes. Pick me, I'll do this thing. Pick me, I'm not like them. And it's like, pick me are used to shaming other women so that they seem like they come out strong. And the funny thing is that the patriarchy is a gift that keeps on giving, and it's constantly delivered. So like there's this time on Twitter, some chick came and then she was attacking feminists on Twitter, and she went for it, and she was with like dudes that like, you're right, you're the best. The next week, I think she posted a picture, and I think like her cleavage was showing or something, and then these same dudes came back to attack her, and the feminists were looking at her like, do we help you, do we not? Because like at this point, the people who are like, pick me are not picking you at any point.
Yeah.
I keep on giving my friend. It will always punish you plus iffy. So better be on your own side.
It's true. But the whole concept of how to keep a man is
lower your voice.
Lower it.
Do not be loud.
Don't be loud.
Well, and all that is rooted behind that pick-meism. You're like, you know, choose me.
Okay, this don't be loud thing. I went to Bowbox. It's a group of us, right? And Bowbox is literally a gaming place. It's a place to go play games, right? So we're playing games, we're having a good time, and it's going to get loud, and all the tables are loud. And then we try ordering drinks, and then the waiter is like, we've been told to stop serving this table, and they're like, oh, okay, but who's the manager? Can we call the manager?
And then we're here wondering, like, what exactly is, why are they not serving us, right? Because it's not like we've been drinking for a long time, so we're not actually drunk already or anything like that. So the manager comes, and as he was coming, Biril was talking, being like, yeah, what's wrong? And then the manager gets in and I ask him, why are we not being served? And then this man has the audacity to just point.
He pointed me, but he didn't even point me like at you with his chest. He did this.
Yeah, like on the side, they're still looking at me, pointing on the side. Actually, this is all.
She's shaking their chest.
Actually, she's too loud. Hey,
She's too loud.
Like you asked for
loud.
loud.
So you imagine.
You asked for loud.
Having me drink at a restaurant that is a gaming place. Yeah, what are we supposed to do?
Honestly,
not have fun at a place where we're supposed to
have fun.
Also, I'm like, this manager, if you come and tell us that I'm going to stop serving, you're too loud. Why are you sending? Why are you telling me? Like, have audacity. If you're going to have it, you know what? You have it. Come and
take with your chest.
Yeah.
You're going to have it.
That man, he was not ready for what he saw after that. Oh,
right? The drama.
We will show you loud. Like he was not ready.
Have you seen that video that the ad by tennis player Serena Nike ad where she was like, if we do this, they call us emotional. If we do this, they call us this. If we do this, they call us this. And then at the end, it was like, and if we do this, they call us crazy. And then at the end, she's like, then you know what? Let's show them what crazy can do.
If we show emotion, we're called dramatic. If we dream of equal opportunity, we're delusional. When we're too good, there's something wrong with us. And if we get angry, we're hysterical, irrational, or just being crazy. But a woman running a marathon was crazy.
Officials tried to pull her off the course.
A woman boxing was crazy. A woman dunking, coaching an NBA team, competing in a hijab, or winning 23 Grand Slams, having a baby, and then coming back for more. Crazy, 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 and crazy. So if they want to call you crazy, fine. Show them what crazy can do.
It's like at this point,
let me just show you what it is.
Yeah, let's show them what crazy can do.
You'll always get a label.
Yeah, but then Serena actually is a perfect example of how like the patriarchy just labels you whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Like remember that time? I don't know if you guys remember the time she was playing and then she hit her.
She got angry.
Yeah, she got angry. Yeah, a man had done that, and even the headlines were like she was emotional. You know, because I think either she was pregnant or she had just given birth.
Yeah.
But then now they made it seem like, oh my God, her hormones were all over the place, and look what you do. Because a man had done the exact same thing, and it was like he is passionate, and he was showing his passion for the game.
Passion for the game.
The most nonsense I've seen around Serena Williams is the time she wore like a fitting bodysuit. And then she's curvy, she's gorgeous, and then people start being like, oh no, it was inappropriate. Oh no, Sijuni, she can't play that. Literally, tennis players wear miniskirts that literally are just below their assets. That's not because we can see her form, her body, we can see that she's a gorgeous black woman. All of a sudden, inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Yeah.
And the line is moved each time. You see, that's the thing.
Yes. That's it.
People refuse to understand that with the patriarchy and fighting for our rights in general, they say if you do this, this will change. For example, they say if women start doing this, if they learn this thing, then we will do X. The whole idea of respectability politics. So they'll be like, if this happens, then we'll give you this. And then we do that thing. They move the line. They're like, no, actually, that's not where the line is. The line is over here. So it's like a good example of like that is like what's his name? Colin Kaepernick. You know, when he kneeled during the whole Black Lives Matter thing, the respectability politics thing changed because they were like before they were like, we don't want people protesting in a certain way, and so now you take a kneel and they changed respectability to include the flag, and now they're like, you've disrespected the flag. The same way for us, the line is moved constantly of decency, of like sexuality, of anything that we choose to own. It's like if your skirt is too short, if it's like they decide where the short is, they're the ones who draw the line. And so we have to keep we keep chasing those lines, but
yeah. But at the end of the day, when you're fighting for your rights, like the oppressor is always going to be offended by how you choose to fight for your rights. You know what I mean? Like there's never going to be a right way for you to protest. Like there's no right way.
That's the thing, because they're privileged, and when they're privileged, they feel like we're oppressing them for taking our rights. And that's not the truth.
Something that I really hate is this whole, the person in the group of power or privilege thinking that they're progressive in their work, but telling you like the way you're doing it is wrong. Like, I agree with you, but you shouldn't be doing it like that because you're going to alienate people.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't be like, I'm a feminist, but like, the problem is like you people are so angry, like you're always like shouting, blah, blah, blah. If you are supporting me, why are you correcting my way of trying to fight the patriarchy?
Time to express it.
You bring your own thing.
Fight the patriarchy the way you want to fight it, but let me fight it the way I want to fight it. Like you cannot tell me how to feel, how to react, how to literally try to fight for my entire existence.
I know.
Claim to be, to be progressive and to be like it's some bullshit.
Because at the end of the day, if we have the same goal, if the same goal is to dismantle this thing, then you bring your idea, I bring mine. Basi tufanye pamoja.
Yeah,
I know. Let's work together.
Why should I take energy? I'm already fighting the patriarchy, right? Why should I take energy to explain myself to you as to why I'm fighting it the way I'm fighting it? Like, tunasaidiana aje?
And now kuna kwanga na a quote that says you cannot destroy the master's house with the master's tools.
That's a good one.
Period, Pooh.
Period. That's it from us today, guys. Thank you for watching up until this point. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're sorry Hale had to drop off, but it went well, right?
She'll be there next time.
She'll be there next time. Okay, that's it from us. Tell us in the comment section that about the lies you've had from the patriarchy, the lies you were told growing up. Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.